Good morning. All right, I'm going to pick up where we left off of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I know my nephew Riley is watching. Hi, Ry. So this in the book, what's been going on is that Greg is in middle school, and they just finished up with Halloween, where he had some problems with some older kids. Him and his friend Rowley kind of made the older kids mad. And so now, in order to help protect themselves, they have joined the wrestling team. They're having some problems with the wrestling team too, and so it seems pretty funny, but that's where we're gonna pick up. This starts on a Tuesday. So here's Tuesday, and there they are at the bottom. The wrestling unit has totally turned our school upside down. Now kids are wrestling in the hallway, in classrooms, you name it. But the 15 minutes after lunch where they let us outside is the worst. I can't walk 5 feet without tripping over a couple of kids wrestling. I just try to keep my distance, and mark my words, one of those fools is going to roll right into the cheese and start the cheese touch all over again. Remember the cheese touch? Okay, so they're on that basketball court, and that's where that cheese is right there. My other big problem is that I have to wrestle Fregley every single day. But this morning I realized something. If I can move out of Fregley's weight class, I won't have to wrestle him anymore. So today I stuffed my clothes with a bunch of socks and shirts to get myself into the next weight class. But I was still too light to move up. So look at there, he put all kinds of weights in his clothes and to try and be heavier so he wouldn't have to fight in that weight or wrestle in that weight class with Fregley. I realized I was going to have to gain weight for real. At first, I thought I should just start by loading up on junk food, but then I had a much better idea. I decided to gain my weight in muscle, not fat. I've never been all that interested in getting in shape before, but this wrestling unit has made me rethink things. I figure if I bulk up now, it should come in handy down the road. A football unit is coming in the spring, and they split the teams up into shirts and skins, and I always get put on skins. I think they do that to make all the out-of-shape kids feel ashamed of themselves. Look at there. Yeah, that's not cool. If I can pack on some muscle now, it'll be a whole different story by April. Look at there, it says, Greg Heffley, you're on skins. Look at there. That's what he wants to look like by spring. Tonight, after dinner, I got Mom and Dad together and told them of my plan. I told them I was going to need some serious exercise equipment and some weight gain powder too. I showed them some muscle magazines, and I got at the store so they could see how ripped I was going to be. Look at Mom and Dad looking at the stuff he brought. I don't know if I would get him any muscle powder. Mom really didn't say anything at first, but Dad was pretty enthusiastic. I think he was just glad I had a change of heart from how I used to be when I was a kid. So this is them talking right here, Dad and Greg. And Dad says, if you work out regularly, you can get big muscles. And Greg says, muscles are gross. But Mom said if I wanted a weight set, I was going to have to prove that I could stick with an exercise regime. She said I could do that by doing sit-ups and jumping jacks for 2 weeks. I had to explain that the only way to get totally bulked up is to get that kind of high-tech machine they have at the gym, but Mom didn't want to hear about it. Then Dad said, if I wanted a bench press, I could keep my fingers crossed for Christmas. Oh man, look at that. Look at the look on Mom's face. Sometimes dads say things that moms don't understand. This might be one of them. But Christmas is a month and a half away, and if I get pinned by Fregley one more time, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. So it looks like Mom and Dad aren't going to be any help, and that means I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands as usual. Oh no, I wonder what he's going to do. Saturday. I can't wait to start my weight training program today. Even though Mom wouldn't let me get the equipment I needed, I wasn't going to let that hold me back. So I went to the refrigerator and I emptied out the milk and the orange juice and filled the jugs with sand. Then I taped them to a broomstick and had myself a decent barbell. Oh goodness. So he goes into the refrigerator, he dumps out the milk and the orange juice to use the jugs. You think Mom's gonna be happy with him? After that, I made a bench press out of an ironing board and some boxes. Once I had that all set, I was ready to do some serious lifting. I needed a spotting partner, so I called Rowley. And when he showed up at my door, he was wearing a ridiculous getup. I knew I had made a mistake by inviting him. Look at, so he's all dressed up to help. I made Rowley use the bench press first, mostly because I wanted to see if the broomstick was going to hold up. He did about 5 reps and he was ready to quit, but I wouldn't let him. That's what a good training partner is for, to push you. 15 more, come on. Look at there. He's on the weight on the bench and he's doing exercises with those jugs. I knew Rowley wasn't going to be as serious about weightlifting as I was, so I decided to try out an experiment to test his dedication. In the middle of Rowley's set, I went and got a phony nose and mustache Roderick had in his junk drawer. What do you think he's going to do with that? And right then, Rowley had the barbell in the down position. I leaned over and looked at him. Sure enough, Rowley had totally lost his concentration. He couldn't even get the barbell off his chest. I thought about helping him out, but then I realized if Rowley didn't get serious about working out, he was never going to be at my level. So look, he's getting squashed by the barbell and he's just sitting there watching. I eventually had to rescue him because he started biting the milk jug and letting the sand out. After Rowley got off the bench press, it was time for my set, but Rowley said he didn't feel like working out anymore and he went home. You know, I figured he'd pull something like that, but I guess you can't expect everyone to have the same kind of dedication as you do. Wednesday. Today in geography, we had a quiz. I have to say, I have been looking forward to this one for a long time. The quiz was on state capitals, and I sit in the back of the room, right next to the giant map of the U.S. All the capitals are written in big red print, so I knew I had this one in the bag. Look at there. If I was that teacher, I'd take that poster down. But right before the test started, Patty Farrell piped up from the front of the room. Teacher, teacher, Patty told Mrs. Era that she should have covered up the United States map before we got started. Nice catch, Patty. Oh, man. So he covered up, see how he covered up the map? And the little girl in the front said, teacher, teacher, fix it. So thanks to Patty, I ended up flunking the quiz, and I will definitely be looking for a way to pay her back for that one. Thursday. Tonight, Mom came into my room, and she had a flyer in her hand. As soon as I saw, I knew exactly what it was. It was an announcement that the school is having tryouts for a winter play. I should have thrown that thing out, but I saw it on the kitchen table. I begged her not to make me sign up. Those school plays are always musicals, and the last thing I need is to sing solo in front of the whole school. But all my begging seemed to do was make Mom more sure I should do it. Look at there. Did your mom ever make you do stuff you don't want to do? Mom said the only way I was going to be well-rounded is to try different things. Dad came in the room to see what was going on. I told Dad that Mom was making me sign up for the school play and that if I had to start going to play practice, it would totally mess up my weightlifting routine. I knew that would make Dad take my side. Dad and Mom argued for a few minutes, and Dad was no match for Mom. So that means tomorrow I got to audition for the school play. All right, we're going to stop there for today. All right. Hope everybody has a nice day. Hope you're enjoying the book. Talk to you later. Bye.